solve sexual problems of the men and of the women, and sexuality becomes wonderful, generally the quality of your life becomes wonderful. Wouldn't you want to have amazing sex? All of you in this room, I presume, contemplate that you are going to have sex in the next 5 years. If I'm asking you what's your plan for the next 5 years, sex will be there. I don't think any one of you here plans to be celibate in the next 5 years. It happens now and then. And then I'm saying, if you know that you are going to have sex in the next 5 years, then why not awesome? Why not smashing? Why not really good? Because when you go for food, you go for the most delicious food that you can find. You eat what you like. You try to eat healthy. You try to eat this. You try to eat that. If you take so much care about what you eat and you try to make your food as good as possible, then why wouldn't you try to make your sex as good as possible? It's part of the joy of life. And this is exactly what Tantra says. Tantra says your sexual life can be smashing. Don't put up with mediocrity. Don't shrug your shoulders and say, oh, what can be done? Something can be done, and Tantra has solutions for almost everything you confront in the sexual realm. Every time when a man and a woman orgasm, they are about to enter into a mystical state. They are about to enter in spiritual ecstasy. The spiritual ecstasy is like an orgasm multiplied a lot. That's why Rajneesh in India called the samadhi, the state of samadhi, a cosmic orgasm. Like an orgasm blown to a cosmic dimension, multiplied 1,000-fold. Every man and every woman who orgasm are skimming on the surface of ecstasy. That's the ecstasy of Milarepa and of Buddha, of Ramakrishna and of Mahanandamayi. It's there. Every time when you orgasm, your Sahasrara opens and you are ready to go into it. But you don't know. You never go there. There are two problems with the orgasm then. Like everybody has the chance to go there, but there are two problems. One of the problems is that the orgasm is wasting the ojas, so we pay for that little pleasure. We pay a lot. And the second thing is that we can't make it last. Because if an orgasm is lasting 20-30 seconds, what meditation can you do in 20-30 seconds? None. Therefore, what if the orgasm could last for 30 minutes? Then you probably think it's a metaphor, don't you? You probably don't think that an orgasm can last for 30 minutes, but it can actually. And if the orgasm would last for 30 minutes, in the beginning you feel that you are going to die. You babble, you scream, you sweat, you faint, you bite the pillow. You do all the crazy thing which you usually do. But after 5 minutes, when it still goes on and on, something in your mind is going to scream, my God, this thing doesn't stop anymore. It's like I'm going to lose my mind. It's like it's too much. And in the middle of that extraordinary experience, something is going to remember, didn't this orange guy said that I should focus in Sahasrara? Ooh, in the middle of this I start putting my attention and my energy here. And then, welcome to the club. You start meditating into orgasm. That's what advanced Tantra is. Why do the yogis tell you what to do with your sex? Why don't we just teach you yoga? And whatever you do about your sexual life, who cares? Go home and do it or don't do it or whatever. I'm teaching you how to stand on your head and how to move your energies through your body. Whatever you do about sex, it's your problem after all. Why do the yogis get in your bed? Why do they tell you what to do with your sexuality and with the sexual energy? There are two facts. One, the sexual energy is not a cheap, unworthy, insignificant little thing down there, but on the contrary, it is a very, very important energy. It is the key energy of the human being, and it is a fundamental energy in the following directions: health and longevity, vitality and inner energy, emotions and tonus of emotions, intensity of our affective emotions, mind, creativity and originality, and finally spirituality and transcendence. And the second and last statement, initial statement, is this: not only that the sexual energy is super valuable, but also it is limited in amount. Your body is programmed by Mother Nature to produce this much sexual energy during a lifetime. That's again conditioned by ojas. The yogis say the ojas is limited. Every baby is born with a full battery full of ojas. When that ojas runs down, you die. This is where we start from. This is why the yogis came up with brahmacharya. There is a problem, and that problem is that you may not spend too much sexual energy for your own good, and I hope you understood where it is. Well, what is the solution? There are two solutions illustrated by those two arrows. This is the problem. And you are going to see this kind of pattern with two arrows, which shows you it's a general pattern that generally to any problem there are two solutions. A straightforward, primitive one, and the sophisticated, knowledgeable one. If somebody pushes you, what else can you do? You can either step aside and then they go and fall on their nose, so simply avoid and let the person use their own force and destroy themselves through their own force. If somebody is pushing me and I am a student in Aikido or Judo or Jujutsu, if you push me, you are doomed because I seem to go, so you feel like it's going, and then suddenly you fly over my shoulder. But this cannot be done simply. I have had to study Jujutsu or Aikido for 5 years before I am able to do it really well. And that simply says, while the first one is primitive and everybody can do it, it's just a matter of stubbornness and willpower. The second one is a matter of know-how. It's a very sophisticated method. Not everybody can push back, but not everybody can do the Aikido type of stuff. That's sophisticated. The same with sex.